Hello and welcome back, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. My name is Aisha and today we have my Halloween slash fall slash autumn Project Use It Up update number 2. So this is actually my first full update for this project because I started this halfway through September, and so I did a bit of like a 2-week update for September, but this is the first month I've had with this project, and honestly this might be my best and most successful project ever. So happy I decided to do a fall Halloween project this year because it's just gone so well. It's really broken up that time between summer and winter. My winter project is usually just so long. It has so many products in it. It doesn't really feel very successful or like useful until the end, whereas this is like I'm halfway through this project and I feel like I'm doing really well. I've had 6 weeks with it now, and then I'll have the last 4 weeks of November to see where I go, but I really think it's going to be super successful. I just want to say I'm filming this on the 3rd of November. You're probably not going to see it until about the 5th, but that's just the way that Halloween fell this year. It was obviously the last day of the month and it was a Friday, which meant we were going out. Saturday, Sunday, let's just say we're worse for wear. So today is like the first day I'm back and I can film. I'm using some of my lunch break today, so I am gonna like whiz through it, and I'm sorry that I'm not the most presentable today. This is probably like hangover day like 3, I don't know. I feel like it's also mixed with a little bit of a cold, which is not like the best combination, but anyway, we had the best night for Halloween. I'll pop some pictures here. We were Freddie and Jason and it was so much fun. And then Saturday we just slogged about, and then Sunday we went to see a like light show in our city, so that was really nice. Just like walked around, we had a nice meal. It just rounded out the weekend really nice, and then finished up watching Married at First Sight UK. If anyone watches that, let me know. We are obsessed. Been on matching Halloween pyjamas watching that all weekend, so yeah. That's what I got up to, but let me know what you guys got up to. I love hearing what you guys got up to, or are you just in Christmas mode? Because I feel like 1st of November just like switches people. But anyway, here we are. I guess we can just call this my fall project now. For September, October it was the Halloween, but now we're just into fall. So at the beginning of this month I brought over 12 products to use throughout this month, and it's time to give you all of the progress. So I will say I only have one empty this month. Got through the second pocket back in this project, and that is Crisp Morning Air, which started out brand new, and thanks to my new handy dandy, I would call it a hack, it's not really a hack, but I now have this on my keys. I have a pocket back on my keys at all times, and I just find it so much easier. I was having one in my gym bag, one in my work bag, one in my car, and I was just like, hang on, all these places I take my keys, it just makes so much more sense to have one pocket back in use on my keys at all times. And then I've also had another pocket back like floating just for other uses. But yeah, this like is just the most successful way, and a way I can get through one whole pocket back a month. I will say I'm going to add a couple others into this project just to keep up with this really successful use, and like hold myself accountable and stuff. And yeah, this is just like working the best for me. Okay, I'm going to go through this in routines because I think that's just the best way, and seeing as there's no other empties, they are still coherent routines. So I'll start out with my Dahlia, and that literally just is one of each of Dahlia and a body scrub. I'll go through these first. So we've got the moisturiser body wash, which I have been loving, but the packaging is getting to that point where it starts to crumble. It's not as bad as some others that I've experienced, but it is just starting to go just on like some of the corners and stuff. So I really do want to get this used up, and I really think I can. So this started out brand new. At the 2-week update in September, it was here, which I did explain to you guys. I think that was a little bit of a fad because there was definitely like a lot of air in the tube packaging and stuff, but I got to about here, and then this is all absolute organic use, which you can see the 2 weeks looks more than like this month, but like I said, it was all that air. But I did manage to get this use almost just down to like where the packaging goes white and starts to come in, so I feel like I've done really well with this. Like it's literally all the way down here. Weight wise, it was 267 grams at the beginning of the month. It now weighs 163, which means I used 104. So if I can get that same usage going but in November, then I would assume I can definitely get this used up. I do really enjoy it. I use it on those days where I feel like I need a little bit of extra moisture in the skin. I really like the scent. It's really nice and perfumey and like autumny. It's so nice. It's creamy, it's soft, it's fresh, it's lovely. So I'm really enjoying this. I don't know if it'd be one like I'd seek to get more of, but I've just enjoyed using it throughout this season. For the body cream, I'm noticing I'm just not using as much as this as the moisturising body wash, and it's just because it's very yellow. I'm very conscious that it stains bed sheets and underwear and pajamas, so I'm kind of like using this on those days where I'm just putting like comfy clothes on, or those days where I want to feel a little bit more put together and I just won't get dressed straight away, I'll just put like an oversized like jumper or something on, like that's not going to cling to my skin and like get dyed yellow. Like when we went out on Friday night, I wore this, and then I just put some old pajamas on while I did my hair and makeup, and then got changed into my like actual like costume. So it's just ways of like trying to contain the destruction, because this is really super yellow. But September I got this use, and then all here was October, which is like a pretty good month's usage, let's be honest. But yeah, it is just super yellow, so I have to be conscious of that. On weight 230, now weighs 170, so I use 60 grams. So again, if I can get that usage, I can probably get to like more than halfway, and then I don't know, I'll have to just review with this product. Maybe I'll have to find a routine for in the winter to get it done, or just call it quits. I don't know, we'll have to see, but I'm really just trying to get as much uses on it as I can. And then the body spray, I'm so happy with this one. I didn't manage to mark it in September because I hadn't used it enough, but I have got some use in October. This isn't one that I'm looking to rush through because I do want to keep it around in my collection, but just getting usage on it where I can. So it started brand new, and now it's getting to that point where you can't really quite see it because of the label. So I'm really happy with that. I don't use mists the quickest, and I was mixing this with a perfume. I've been mixing this with Black Opium Green Elixir, I think it's called, and then also Victoria's Secret's Very Sexy Night, just as like my going out routine, which has been working really well. So I'm enjoying that one. I'm using that routine alongside this Dove scrub because it's like a clean, fresh, nutty kind of scent. This is the Crush Macadamia and Rice Milk. This one weighed 266, it now weighs 153, so I used 113 grams. This packaging is super hard to like get an accurate mark on, but it was brand new for the project. I used a little bit in the 2 weeks, and then this month. However, I will say the packaging dips, like this is like a bowl at the bottom, and so it pushes the product up the sides rather than like down. So it doesn't look like I used a lot, but obviously I used 153 grams. So if I was to do that this month coming up, I'll definitely get this done because there is only 113 left. But if I just show you, there is a lot of progress going on in there. It's just very hard to see because of this bold effect. But yeah, 113 grams, absolutely will get this done in November. I just find I don't really use scrubs as much in the winter because I'm not like regularly shaving, so I don't have that like routine in mind. But I do really enjoy it in the winter because it just makes me feel like I'm scrubbing away all that dry skin. I'm getting a good, clean, like fresh base and stuff. So yeah, it swings and roundabouts. Next up, I have my plum / vampire blood kind of type of routine. Obviously was loving this for spooky season. I also feel like this matches my nails. Like, I'm not gonna like, okay, maybe it was kind of the inspiration behind my nails, but yeah, it just all matches so well. So start out with a shower gel. I am so insanely proud. I think you guys are gonna be too. This is a huge shower gel, and they are a huge commitment to get through. And I was really quite worried that I wouldn't get it through in these 2.5 months, but oh, you can't see because of the packaging, but look at this. Oh my gosh, I am so happy. Like, this is just like such a good inspiration and motivation, what's probably a better word, for getting things used up in this project. So this big old 500ml started out brand new in the project. It is the Sugar Plum Fairy from Treacle Moon. Sorry, I should have said. It started out completely brand new. In 2 weeks we managed to get a lot of use, and then this month I've just absolutely smashed it. I feel like that mark looks a bit off, but it's just residue on the sides. But yeah, it's literally all the way down to here. That is probably, I don't even know, a week's worth of use, maybe, like dedicated use. So I just know I can get this done in November, and that is so exciting. I have backups of this in my collection. I'm not sure that they brought it back this year as one of their winter scents, but I do really enjoy it. I love it. I love the formula. I love how strong the scent is. They're so affordable. I just love the Treacle Moon, and I am so happy that I managed to get one of these. Oh, fingers crossed, I'll be able to get one of these out of my collection in like 2 months, which will be super satisfying. With that, I'm using the Vampire Blood body cream, which I have really been enjoying. So in September, I didn't get too much use, but in October, it's absolutely flew. Obviously, I was using this routine so much. It's now down to the point where the packaging goes from black to red, which I feel like is really hard to see, but just know like this is what I've got left. Obviously, it starts to thin the packaging as well, so like there's just not a lot left. I'm so happy about this. I probably will cut it up like after a week or so, but this one did weigh 218. Now weighs 114, so there's 104 grams left. So again, I don't even need to do half as much work this month because most of that is packaging weight. These do weigh I can't quite remember, I worked out one time, was it about 50 grams or something like that? So I probably have about 55 grams ish left. Super happy about that. I think I should be able to finish up with the shower gel about the same time with just over a week's worth of use, let's say. Been enjoying this. I am glad to get it out of my collection because I just didn't want it to go yellow, but I definitely will want to repurchase this. I'm hoping that I'll see it in the sale that we'll probably see in December from Bath & Body Works. But yeah, I love the packaging of everything. I'm super excited to put this into my empty scrapbook, and yeah, it does match my nails fantastically. The fun does not stop there because I have absolutely excelled myself. This might be my proudest Project Use Up moment ever. Yeah. This is a Pure Seduction Candied, and you guys saw from the Dahlia spray, I don't have that much usage on my sprays. Like, I spray every single day, I spray loads, I soak my clothes, but they just don't seem to go super quick, and I'm not someone to top up throughout the day, and I work from home 4 days a week. I don't leave the house much except to go to the gym. So anyway, aside from these excuses, I have absolutely smashed this. In September, it was brand new. For 2 weeks use, I got a fair good bit of use. But this month, I absolutely excelled myself. I was kind of topping up throughout the day. I was absolutely soaking my jumpers, my sweaters. I feel like winter is my time to shine for scent because I really can soak those materials and get a good spray on them. I've been using loads of other hacks that I found that have been really working very well. If you guys want a video on like how to use up your body care, let me know. I'm not someone that goes through things super quick, and there's so many videos already out there with some great tips, but I could just do my own, and the ones that I honestly genuinely use and the ones that have really been helping me, like put my pocket back on my keys has really been helping me. Having this like topping up throughout the day, soaking my sweaters and jumpers and clothes before I put them on has also been really helping. I have other little tips and tricks and things, but like I do find there is a lot of good videos out there, but just let me know if you want one from me. But yeah, I am so happy about this. The fact that I might be able to get through this next month and be able to call a full size body mist finished in 2.5 months alongside other progress of other items. I would be so chuffed with myself. I'm just gonna, one more time, look at that. I'm so happy with myself. So yeah, this routine is absolutely on the use it up block for this month. I really think I can get through every single item, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying it, and it was just like the perfect time to use it, like scent wise and also just like theme wise. I was just really enjoying it. So that is that one. Now, the little bit of a black sheep of this project has been my like cotton candy sweet routine. I did get some use on it this month. I am proud to say I actually did put Sharpie marks on it this month, but this isn't really in the project to use up strictly. It was just to get some more use on, and it's kind of one of those items that could sit in my collection for the rest of my life, but I have other variations of it, so I just needed to get some use on it. Go through it anyway because there is some use. On the shower gel, which is the Cotton Candy Clouds, I did use this 2 or 3 times, so it went from being completely brand new and it is now just down to here, which honestly I'm happy about. This was kind of like my treat routine. I know that kind of sounds silly, but like when I just wanted to smell like sweet and cozy and not put together and perfumey and sophisticated, just like that comfort and smell, I would use this. So I used it on Saturday when I was hungover, I'll be completely honest, and it was perfect. And then the lotion, which has been in a project before, but this was the Project Mark and it is now down to here. So very similar progress and just itty bitty use, just getting down there. Like, it's not gone completely brown, it's like starting to brown because of the vanilla, but I will still use it happily. I don't particularly care. Honestly, it's only until the texture changes that I'm like gonna be concerned, but yeah, it's just, oh, it's just delicious. And then the spray is the Soap and Glory Fragrance Spritz Almond and Vanilla. I feel like I use this a lot. I use it every night pretty much on my pyjamas, and it just doesn't move. Like, I don't even know. I barely got to market, and I literally use like maybe not every single night religiously, but like most nights I will spritz down my pyjamas just so I get that light scent before bed. Like the tiniest pathetic little bit, but it's getting there anyway. And it is yummy, it is soft, it's so like bedtimey. It's like my version of vanilla, real. It's like my version of like lavender, really. And then the scrub, I will say I have definitely been focusing on the Dove just because I've been using the Dahlia set so much. I do use this with the plum scent, but I just gravitate towards the Dahlia as a scrub and shave routine because it's a moisturising body wash. So I feel like I'm scrubbing, shaving, and then putting moisture back into my skin with the moisturising body wash, if that makes sense. So this hasn't got as much use, but it does need to be focused on because it is leaking and it's turning everything bright pink. Sharpie on this keeps coming off because of the oils, but it was completely brand new in the project, and then it got to this like edge bit where the package starts to come out, and it is now down to here. So weight wise, it weighed 497 grams. It now weighs 389, so I used 108. So if I can just double my usage this month, I should be able to get this used up. My plan would be to get the Dove used up in the first week or so, and then concentrate on that. So that is all of my progress. I'm just going to quickly throw in 2 more items, and they are going to be PocketBac. So I actually finished up Christmas Morning Air on like the 28th, so I was like looking through my collection, what can I pull out, put on my keys, and I found that I had a couple Vampire Blood, and I thought that would just be perfect. I'm using the routine, it's almost Halloween, so now I have this Vampire Blood that has some usage on it. It was living on my keys, and as you can see, it was brand new about 5 days ago or so, and now it's just down just past where the packaging like starts to like come out, if that makes sense. So I just thought I may as well throw this in the project, try get some use on it, hopefully get it done in November because I don't really want to have this knocking around for the rest of the winter. And then I found this in my going out bag when I was like sorting my stuff out for Halloween night. This has just been floating around in my collection for ages. It's got a couple of other project marks on there, so I just thought throw this in. It expires this month, what a perfect time to get it finished. So this is Champagne Toast, and it is almost halfway done. So I think if I'm really diligent at getting this used up on my keys towards the end of the month, I should be able to throw in Champagne Toast, and I'd be happy to use it through to December because it is a wintry, just kind of like, maybe not specifically wintry, but it's just like a perfumey, citrusy kind of scent, so I feel like it could go in December. But yeah, those are going to be my project PocketBacs. If I don't get used up, it's fine, but just get used on them as much as I can and just really carry through my like efficiency that I have been going the last couple of months. So that is everything. I finished up 1 item, I'm carrying over 11, and I'm adding 2, so we're back up to 13 items, and I'm fingers crossed. I would hope that I can get maybe 10. Is 10 too many? I think 10 might be too many, but I would love to be able to get 10 finished. So the whole Dahlia routine except for the spray, the whole plum routine, and then the PocketBac. So what would that leave? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe 10 might be a little bit like too much of a push, but this could be my most successful project ever, as in I've put in a certain amount of items and a certain percentage have got used up. This might be my most successful, so I'm really happy about that. It's been a smaller, shorter project, but I think it's done me really well, and I have really been enjoying it. So let me know what you guys have been using up, or what you're planning to use up. Are you in full Christmas mode? Are you going like a little bit of a limbo between Halloween and Christmas, just some like fall scents? What's going on in everyone's brains? Because I'm not quite ready for Christmas. I'll be honest, I'm not financially, mentally prepared. I am just not quite in the Christmassy mood just yet, but give me a couple of weeks and I will be defrosting like Mariah Carey. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I have got a little bit of an amalgamation haul coming up, and then we are seriously going to need to do some decluttering and organising around here coming up for a very exciting new year. So I will see you in the next one. Bye!